Welcome back to UniversalGiant plays Sonic Adventure 2 Battle! Today we're going to be getting into my absolute favorite level in the game! Stage 15 of the hero story! Crazy Gadget! You get to see a part of the arc that only Sonic gets to see. This really colorful green goop colored place with gravity changing devices! If you step in front of these switches, they change the gravity. And I have to say, it takes a lot of getting used to, but once you're used to it, this is a really fun stage, let me tell you. The controls can be kind of quirky and the camera can be kind of weird, which I guess is true of the whole game. But even these cool outer space loop-de-loops, this level screams epicness. I love the gravity switches. I mean, there are very few parts of this level I don't like. I mean, doing somersaults to get through small spaces on the ceiling. Who doesn't love doing that? Get to this part, do not use the center switch, that'll just send you to your doom at the bottom. Don't use the left switch, because it'll just wind up taking you to the right side anyway. Work your way down here to a rail. Grind your way over here. There's an enemy I try to avoid over here, but it's almost impossible. I have to get really lucky. Basically, you want to watch your step around here. There's an extra life if you want to grab it. And there's an alternate route above. Yeah, it's not worth taking in my opinion. Just running down here. Not as if it's that much of an extra test. I don't want to jump into these guys because they have electric shields. And like Omo Chow will tell us, beware of electric shields. They hurt! I tell you, reflecting back on some of the things that Omo Chow says, it's just funny. So now we're on the ceiling again. Eggman, don't yell at me. If you wanted me to get there any faster, you wouldn't have put these traps in my way. Get off my back. Now before we move on, I'm going to have to get up here because there are metal crates blocking the entrance. And we need the flame ring, which will let us do a fire somersault and break the metal crates. Everybody gets the ability to break metal crates. Fire somersault looks cool too. I don't know where the fire comes from, but it's just cool to look at. Here, ring dash over the somehow floating green goop. Spring over here, it somehow magically changes the gravity. Defeat this enemy. There's a nice long chain of rings in outer space. Takes us to these guys, which I did not really explain before. Occasionally you have those big blobs of, I'll just call it chaos looking crap, because it looks like chaos from Sonic Adventure. But those big fat ones, they tend to make a lot of tiny little ones. Really, the only one you need to destroy is the floating head, and everyone else will die after that. Here, be careful, those guys like shooting lasers at you. Attacking from behind works. The easy way to get through here is to try to dodge the rolling spike balls and defeat this one enemy at the end. That'll open up a bit of a shortcut that I almost always take. I used to think I always took the bottom path, but when I missed it for the first time, and I tried taking the bottom path, I remembered just how little I actually knew about that area. So defeat that enemy, come over here, and we get to my favorite room. With all the colorful blocks and gravity switches. I seem to remember there's a bit of a shortcut you can do in this room that makes you skip maybe 80-90% of it, but I honestly forget what it is. You can break this room and kind of jump to platforms that you're not supposed to, but I'll just show you the correct way to go. It can be kind of confusing, but for the most part they lead you in the right direction. Just don't randomly jump when you're not supposed to, because you'll fall to your death at weird angles, like I just did.
Emergency.
So let's try that again. I mean, like I said before, the controls for the walking on the ceiling and walking on the walls is definitely a little weird. And it's really difficult to get used to, but you know something? It's fun as hell. It really is. I mean, just the concept of being able to run on the ceiling, run on the walls, even if it doesn't make sense, it's a fun concept. So like I didn't do before, homing attack that guy and you can pretty much safely fall to this platform. Get this switch and we'll have gravity the right way! Grab yourself a green shield over here. Who knows, you might need it. You don't want to die at this point. But anyway, the entire reason we're going around this whole way rather than just jumping straight to the orange platform to the goal ring is because there's actually a cage. It's not even a cage, it's like a force field, a green energy something that's blocking the way, can only be broken with a rocket. And the switch to deactivate that rocket is at the end of this long chain of platforms and blocks, which is on the side wall of this purple block, all the way at the bottom over there. So we run our way to that switch, and it'll activate that rocket down there. And you can see there's a spring. If you just happen to mess up and get there before you hit the switch, you can use that spring and it'll take you right back to the beginning of the level, no sweat. So, like I said before, step on the green switch, blow up the wall, and we hit the goal ring. I want to do that level again, that was fun.
Barely made it.
Let's rescue Amy! Where are you? There they are. So Dr. Eggman's holding Amy hostage, while Tails looks on. I guess Eggman knows that Sonic has the Chaos Emerald, or at least thinks that.
Let's take care of business first, shall we, Sonic? Hand over the Chaos Emerald, slowly, and then we'll talk about your girlfriend. That is, if you really care for her.
But we know from the dark side
Fake emerald? I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
that Dr. Eggman knows the emerald is fake.
Put the emerald down right there and back off.
So what could he be planning?
You turned into a big-time villain, Doctor.
Uh-oh. That circle looks a little bit familiar. Oh no!
Whoa.
It's a capsule!
You thought you could trick me with that fake emerald, didn't you?
So, how did you know it wasn't the real one?
Tails!
Because you just told me, Fox Boy.
Oh no. Sonic!
Now, for a little space ride. The capsule clears the colony back.
He's gonna kill Sonic.
I'm counting on you, Tails. Amy, take care of yourself.
It's not supposed to end this way!
Farewell, Sonic the Hedgehog.
No! Not Sonic!
Sonic!
Oh, come on, Sonic, please tell me you have something planned. How are you gonna get out of this?
It has the same wavelength and properties, but is less powerful than the real one.
The same wavelength and properties. Can I do this?
What's he talking about? No!
My admirable adversary.
He's dead! You really did it!
Now we have some unfinished business to take care of. If you give me the real emerald, I will release you both. You have my promise.
Sonic!
Huh?
Sonic asked me for the first time to do something for him. I won't let him down. I won't give up!
So Tails mans up, and he's going to take on the person who brutally murdered his best friend, Sonic. This is the most difficult duel in the game, because Eggman runs around like a maniac. And after you get a nice amount of damage on him, which I think is about 3 or 4 hits, he'll start doing his special attack, which you do not want him to face you for, because when he does, it will hurt like hell! Hyper Beam! Oh my god, I beat him on the first try!
To Tails.
And in the next part of the playthrough, I don't know what we're gonna do after that.